I'm a huge fan of family dinners, families who sit down each night to share a meal and talk about their day, have kidlets who are far less likely to get into sex, drugs, and what the heck, rock and roll. Even during the hectic back-to-school season, Suvi makes it simple to put a nutritious meal on the table. Serve chef-designed, kid-friendly meals without shopping, prepping, cooking, and very little cleanup. Built-in refrigeration keeps your Suvi meals safely cool until you want them cooked. So before you head out for carpool, just pop one in, set the schedule, and let Suvi handle the rest. You can be at the soccer field while Suvi prepares your family's favorites. And that way you could discover why I've loved having Suvi as my partner in the kitchen for nearly 5 years. Save $129, plus get 16 free meals at Suvi.com/Dr. Laura. Bring home your own Suvi today. That's SUVIE.com/Dr. Laura. She said the team happened to really need an uplifting voice at the time my letter was received. I guess you never know when your good deed will give a much-needed pick-me-up to others. That's right. You never know.
Dr. Laura is on right now.
1-800-375-2872, the email of the day. And the email of the day goes like this. I was listening to your show when you talked about the importance of all of us being inspirational to others and wanted to share something I did. Thanks to the continuous great service I've received at my local pharmacy, I hand wrote a letter to the whole pharmacy team telling them how wonderful they are and how much I appreciate. And then I sent the letter, not thinking much more about it. The next time I was there, one of the pharmacy supervisors made a point to come over and thank me. She said the team happened to really need an uplifting voice at the time my letter was received. I guess you never know when your good deed will give a much-needed pick-me-up to others. That's right. You never know. Keep up the great work. You've helped me in so many ways. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All righty. My number, 1-800-375-2872. Lisa, welcome to the program.
Oh, my goodness. Dr. Laura, it is a true honor to speak with you. I have wanted to call you for nearly 30 years now, under completely different circumstances, and I could come up with 10 questions for you right now just based on different topics. But what I'm facing currently, and I'm sure I could have saved myself a lot of years of heartache and sorrow if I'd reached out to you sooner, and but I can't let another day go by. I'm sorry if I get a little emotional, but
what's going on?
I have two teenage children that were born through donor egg, and I have not shared that information with them.
Good. Why would you share that information with them? You're a mom.
Oh my gosh, really?
I mean,
I was thinking
if DNA was that important, then brothers and sisters need to be married, parents and kids need to marry each other if DNA is that important. Come on. Your mom.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Your husband's dad, and let's just get on with life and not think about this again. The advancements in medicines are such that you don't need, this is just not important information anymore.
Oh gosh. Can I ask you another question, please?
Of course.
Because it's piggybacking on the reason why I haven't.
Okay, you're going to have to jump up and down 10 times first so you can calm down so I can understand your words. Let me hear you count.
Okay.
Let me hear you count. Jump.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm sorry, even I can't jump that fast. You faked it. I'm not going to go on until you do 10 jumps.
Okay. All right, here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Now I'll listen. Go ahead.
Did you catch the part? Did you catch the part where I sailed for 5 years with a crew on the Chesapeake Bay? I loved it. So yes.
Excellent.
I miss it. But so I found out that I couldn't have children, and I found out after I had just gotten married for the second time. My husband had never been married. He was 45. Things shifted in our relationship when I found that out, and that's why what's caused me to go through,
some donated eggs, and they all burst into children in your uterus, and here we are today with you beating yourself up.
When my son was in second grade, my husband made a comment right there in front of him, "Don't listen to her." And he has used the same type of language with me. We're 21 years into marriage. And this is what I'm saying. I should have called you a whole lot sooner, but I am at the point where I need to walk away. I stayed because I wanted the kids to get out of high school. My daughter will be entering her senior year of high school this year, but she's got plans for college. They certainly have bore the brunt of a lot of abuse, emotional abuse that they have witnessed from my husband towards me. I would always say, let's keep adult matters behind doors. We shouldn't be talking about this sort of thing in front of the children. But he
okay, I'm sorry. When I was 12, if I heard a woman say what you're saying, I'd feel bad for her. But I'm 78 and I've been doing this for 50 years, and I get pissed off at the women for allowing their children to experience abuse because it changes their relationships for life too. So don't be giving me a whole list because we made 2 kids with a guy you know was not. You made 2 kids with a guy you knew was not nice. So what's your question for me today?
I didn't know he wasn't nice.
Okay, how can I help you today? I don't think people, unless they have a brain tumor or some kind of hormonal disarray or they've developed a frank mental illness, people don't change that much. Yeah. Or they're addicted.
He's not going to change. I need to walk away. I just don't know how when I've been under his complete control financially.
Let's try going to a therapist first where you can sit and discuss all the particulars. But I'm very disappointed that you slipped in with the DNA and then went to this. Very disappointed about that. Yeah. Let me clarify for everybody else listening at this moment. It's not reasonable to say you had no clue. That is such a rare thing that I don't even know how to embrace it at all. That you date somebody for many years, marry them, and then suddenly out of nowhere they become mean. As I said, brain tumor, drug addiction, frank mental illness. Other than that, it's nonsense. It's very uncomfortable to extricate yourself once you've done a marriage. I get that. But the divorce rate's almost 50, so a lot of people have the guts to do it. And most of those are started by women. So low self-esteem, finances, all of that, to me, does not justify having your kids be in a sick, destructive environment. I hold women accountable because new life happens from your body, no matter where the eggs came from. Some people probably think I'm very cold for saying that. I don't care, because I think I'm saying this ultimately to protect children. My number, 1-800-375-2872. Jessica, welcome to the program.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for taking my call, Dr. Laura. It's a privilege to speak with you.
Thank you. What's happening?
a little bit of a dilemma, and I'm seeking your sagely advice. My husband and I tend to host several parties throughout the year and invite his nephews. His nephew has divorced his wife, and they have a couple small children. But now the nephew's ex-wife has a boyfriend, and they all hang out together. They all get along fine. But my brother-in-law does not like the fact that the new, we'll call him stud, is in the picture, all together with his son and the grandchildren.
It's not his.
So my
it's
thing
not.
is,
Woohoo! It's not his
Okay.
business. He doesn't get to decide anything. He has a personal preference.
Okay.
I can understand it, but he doesn't get to dictate anything because of it. And you are not to.
So we don't need to worry about stepping on his toes.
Do you need to ask anybody that question? Come on. Come on. You want him to
I'll tell him.
You want him to dictate? It's your choice.
No, I don't.
It's your party.
Actually,
You choose. If he's not happy, he can stay home.
Okay. I'll tell him to wear steel-toed boots.
Just tell him, yes, we invited them, and she's going to bring him. Just say that.
Okay.
You don't.
Yeah, my husband and I had already decided we're okay with it because it's like
that's what matters since you're hosting. But don't try to argue with the dad, the brother. I get all confused with who they are. The guy who doesn't like it.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot of people in your family. Don't argue with him about it. That won't go well, and that'll hurt the relationship. Just say, I appreciate your point of view. I'm inviting them, and I certainly hope that you'll be there because we're going to have a good time.
Okay.
So you just act like the priestess from a high.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Not
Thank
like,
you so much.
God, are you going to be mad at me? Don't do that. Do not do
that.
Yeah,
okay.
Do not do that.
Okay.
All right. My number, 1-800-375-2872. I'm going to take a break. Come right back. Download the Dr. Laura Call of the Day and Dr. Laura's Deep Dive podcasts on my website, drlaura.com, the SiriusXM app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Back in the day, your grandparents were collagen connoisseurs. They didn't have skinless, boneless meats and fat-free soups. Fast forward to today, and our meals have gone on a health kick, relegating collagen to the endangered nutrients list. Thankfully, Native Path Collagen helps replenish collagen. Native Path is packed with the types of collagen we need most for healthy joints, skin, bones, hair, nails, and gut. There are no fillers or additives, and it's third-party tested for purity. With just 2 scoops of Native Path each day, you get 18 grams of protein. It's completely flavorless, easy to mix into any drink. Go to getnativepath.com/Dr. Laura for a special bundle deal at the fraction of the retail price, plus free shipping. That's getnativepath, NATIVE.com/Dr. Laura. Feel better, look better. Start today. Why not? It's good for you. Kashaya?
Kasaya. Very
Kasaya. Close. No cigar, but close. How can I help you?
First thing I'd like to say is I've been listening to you since, far back as I can remember, and it's a pleasure to be on the show with you.
Thank you.
Me and my wife, 27 years of marriage, we are in our mid-50s, and she is starting the process late because she was on birth control for a lot of years, and it held back what I presume would be the enter into the menopause part of her life, and she has now been taken off of that and has gone into this phase very drastically,
Oh.
very hard.
What are the symptoms that are drastic and hard?
Well, mood swings, a massive, I feel really bad for her. She can't hardly sleep because of the hot flashes and stuff, and not knowing how to control any of that without some sort of medication. So we've entered marriage counseling.
Well, I'm sorry. Why have we eliminated? Reasons. She was willing to take birth control pills. How is it she's not willing to use medication?
She is willing. She's still in the beginning stages of her doctor trying to figure out what to get her on. Okay. So anyway, we've started marriage counseling and stuff to try to nip some of it, because it's caused a pretty big rift in our marriage. Of course, me being a guy, it's really hard for me to try to figure out how to deal with this. You know, it's like all of a sudden I'm living with a completely different woman, and I'm not perfect by any means. Don't get me wrong. So I have stuff to work on my own, but one of the things I wanted to ask you today is, like, what are some of the tools that I can put in my toolbox to try to, I don't feel like I'm getting very good feedback or information from our couples counselor. Usually it's just, well, you need to figure out how to deal with it on your end. You know, she's going through this over here. And it just seems
Let me ask you, if you, God forbid, but most men do, start having prostate issues and surgery and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of a typical man thing, you know. And how would you want her to, and you had your fears and, you know, the medicines had side effects, what would you want her to do? Think. Actually put yourself in, think first. Imagine yourself. And what would feel good? Think.
Oh, that's a tough one. Not change so much. I mean, the change.
Okay, when I ask you what you would like her to do, answer that question.
I would like her to be more understanding that I am over here on the other end trying to figure out how to deal with this the best I can.
Okay, and how would she show understanding?
By communicating with me, hey, I'm feeling a certain kind of way today or right now in this moment.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm asking, you are going through prostate hysterics. How do you want her to behave? You said understanding.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Okay, yeah.
You would like her to not argue with you or criticize you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't buck back at me while I'm going through something.
Okay.
I get it now.
You got it now? Hold her hand. Hug her. Make her some soup. Make her a cold drink. A cold something. Find a movie you think you could cuddle and have her watch when she's going insane. I got lucky. I had no idea I had gotten through menopause, except at some point the menstrual cycle stopped. I had no hot flashes, and I was not any more weird than I normally am. So I slid through that, but all my friends didn't. So I understand. And it's very easy to handle this. Turn it around. What would you like? Don't argue with her. Don't have long discussions about how you're behaving, because it's going to be temporary. Unless you give her a lot of grief, then the change in the relationship will be permanent.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense.
You're sweet. Bring home a flower.
Oh.
Just be sweet. Make believe you're courting her.
Yeah, that's exactly what the counselor has told me.
Yeah, the counselor you said didn't help you much?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, sir.
I need to open up my ears and start listening a little better.
Just imagine how you would want her. I'm closing my eyes talking to you. Just close your eyes and imagine what would make you feel better, what would make you feel worse. your prostate. It's painful. Urination is off. Are you going to be able to get it up and keep it up? All those things are in your head. How would you want her to behave? Being thoughtful,
Right.
being sweet, being patient. And when you get crazy and want to bop her on the head, go into the other room. Make believe you're going to the bathroom. Just take a break.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
Good. But at the end of it, how you treat her during it will determine what this marriage is like when she's finished with menopause. My number, 1-800-375-2872. Felicia, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Dr. Laura.
You're welcome.
I honestly can't. Thank you. I can't say that I've actually been able to listen to your show much. I have my husband and I have 4 children. We've been married 29 years. I've been homeschooling all 4 of them. Our first 2 are older and graduated from college, so our last 2 are twins. They're 15, and so our second child is our son. And my question is regarding his immoral relationship with his his girlfriend, excuse me.
Whoa. How is that for Freudian slippage?
Sounds like it. Please ask me anything that I'm not telling you that you may need to know. But
I'm going to have to think about that later. Clearly, how do you know about your son's immoral behavior? I'm assuming you mean sex.
I am.
How do you know about his sex life?
Things.
Does he live with you?
Thank you. And he does not.
Good. Then how do you know about his... Ma'am, how do you know about his sex life?
He went through a very detailed medical physical to be with the fire department, and he mailed it to our house. And he said to me, yeah, you need to open that. I need to know about the information, for being hired. And as I was looking at the 21 pages, he asked me to open the medical file. It said, yes, you're sexually active. Protection, no. So we were, of course, quite concerned because the girlfriend is someone who he met at church through our...
Has he explained why no protection?
Well, he did.
And what was his explanation? All I want to hear is his explanation. I don't use a condom because...
He found out she has an IUD.
Okay, he's a naive guy. She might not have an IUD, and it might not be working. Ultimately, if he's going to be in the fire department, he should know the fact that the only protection you really know for sure is the one you're taking care of. After his dad, not you, after his dad, not you, tells him that,
yes, ma'am,
keep out of it. It's none of your business. Disappointing, maybe, from your religious point of view, but ultimately,
it is.
It's none of your business, so don't ask about it.
Okay,
so you and your husband were virgins?
We did not have sex before we were married.
I didn't ask about the two of you. I said you were virgins.
No.
Then why are you going on about his immoral having sex outside of marriage? You did it too.
Because we know what emotional effects, how the manipulation can occur. We know the shame.
Yeah, but you found each other and are beautifully loving in a relationship, so it's possible to fool around a little bit and still lead a very moral, healthy, happy married life. We could hope for that.
With a second virginity, we've talked to him about and said, can you separate?
There's no second virginity.
Can you go to premarital counseling? Can you?
Who says he's going to marry her?
Well, that's what we've asked him. He says, why not?
Sweetheart.
There's not a commitment there.
I'm sorry.
He's very evasive about that.
Because it's none of your business.
Well, we would like it to not be a wedding that we
It's
attend.
not of your business. And if you don't want to go to his wedding, for some reason, don't. See how that makes your life better. It's none of your...
Let her come here?
Oh, my God. You are a hypocrite. Because you screwed around before you were married with some other guy, not even the one you married.
Because I'm not perfect, he's not perfect.
Well, either is your son. Either is your son. So get off his back.
Right.
Do you want to stay in there?
And we
okay,
accept he can get forgiveness of this.
Felicia, he doesn't want forgiveness. Felicia, let me say one thing, and then I'm going to let you go because you're stubborn, and I feel bad for you, but I just want to tell you one thing. If you mess with him and you mess with her and they get married, you might never see your grandkids. Are you okay with that?
I'm getting used to the idea.
So you're willing...
Shush.
So you're willing to never see your future grandchildren because they're having sex outside of marriage. Okay. That's your choice. Crazy choice, but okay. My number, 1-800-375-2872. That. I hope she didn't mean that. She just said that as an enemy. Because that's really a stupid choice. See my straight face? My number, 1-800-375-2872. I'll be right back. Download the Dr. Laura Call of the Day and Dr. Laura's Deep Dive podcasts on my website, drlaura.com, the SiriusXM app, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi there, I'm Stacy, Dr. Laura's content guide.
Have you ever had a problem and wondered, what would Dr. Laura say?
Well, I've been having some marriage problems lately.
I'm no longer speaking to my family because they were mean to my wife.
My husband says he doesn't feel a spark between us anymore, but I just don't know what to do.
Struggling as a stay-at-home mom, dealing with a divorce, managing mother-in-law issues. Just tell Stacy and she'll recommend calls of the day, deep dive podcasts, and even YouTube videos.
I'm seeing a strong theme in Dr. Laura's resources about dealing with family members who are disrespectful or unwelcoming towards a spouse. Which of those topics stand out to you?
Really, I can't wait to hear how Stacy helps you. It's a brave new world. Join me on this journey, and let's make a difference together. My number, 1-800-375-2872. Deanna, welcome to the program.
Hi, Dr. Laura.
Hi. What's up?
All right. Well, thanks for taking my call. So I am pregnant with baby number 5. And we have yet to tell our other children. My oldest is 9, and I think that he's at the age now where he's going to be very inquisitive about babies, and I don't know how to go about this talk with him, so I wanted to see what your advice would be.
Well, what is it you think he ought to hear from a parent? Tell me.
I think he ought to hear the truth.
No, be specific.
Oh, my goodness. Well, when a husband and wife love each other, they come together, and the husband has a seed, and the wife has, oh, my gosh, I don't know. I don't know where to go with it.
Can we drop the I don't know and just tell me I'm your kid? Tell me the truth. You said you're going to tell me the truth. So tell me.
I don't want to talk about sex.
I don't care.
With him.
You have a moral obligation.
How do you explain it?
You were doing fine.
To a child.
You were doing fine.
Who doesn't know anything about it.
Okay, when my son was 5, which was 4 years younger than yours, I drew a picture of the vagina going up in through the cervix, going up into what? Come on, help me here. The uterus. Please don't laugh. We're talking about something important. Don't laugh.
I know.
You know, I don't want to
so
hear
little.
I know, but. Do you want me to help you or not?
Yes.
Okay. So I drew a picture, as best I'm not an artist, of an opening to the outside world and a vagina, and that led to a uterus, and there were these tubes, one coming out on each side, sort of looks like cattle with the horns, and then there are 2 ovaries, and they produce an egg. That's part 1. Part 2, we draw another picture, we make a penis, we go up, and if you don't want to be very specific, we go up into that there's this tube, you don't have to know the name of it, and it goes by the prostate, you have to know the name of it either, and we have testicles, which are in the sacs that hang. He was 5 years old when I did this. And then I said, just like you said, when you're married, because I wanted to give a moral issue, I mean, you try your best. When you're married, there's a special kind of hugging and activity that a husband and wife do so that through the penis and into the vagina, the sperm goes up, goes down the fallopian tube, and in the fallopian tube meets the egg, which is coming from the ovary. Boom. That goes to the uterus, and a baby grows, and that's why mommy's tummy is big. What's so horrible about that? It's just factual.
Because that's the scientific way. That's perfect. Yes. That's not just like, almost pornographic, explicit way.
Oh, yeah.
Dad
Dad gets on me and pumps away when I'm on my knees. Yeah, I think you can leave that out.
Yeah. I like going like a very scientific route.
But I wrote it. I drew it.
Scientific.
So draw it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot better than, a penis goes in a vagina.
I said that. I said that. I said that.
But you did it in a better way.
Well, that's how the daddy gets the sperm to the egg. He's not going to understand that, and it really doesn't matter. But it's the beginning of his understanding it. And you always use the phrase a husband and a wife. Husband and a wife.
Exactly.
Husband and a wife.
Like you said, I want the moral basis
now,
of it.
My son was 5. You want to know what his follow-up question is?
Yes.
He said, Mommy, baby grows, and I was trying to give him a bunch of lectures at once. So I said, and the baby is growing in there, and sometimes the mommy decides she doesn't want the baby. So she has an abortion. He was 5. And he goes, well, what is that? That's when they take the baby out of the mommy before it's finished growing. And he said, they waste a perfectly good baby? I said, yes. That's why you don't want to do this until you're married and agree that you're going to become parents. So at 5 years old, I put that in his brain. And I explained that the mommy can make that decision without him. She can get rid of my baby? Yes. That's why you don't want to just do this when you're not married and want children. So I put that in his head at 5. What horrible thing could happen if this is done at the wrong time with the wrong person? Without a hefty lecture. Didn't give a lecture.
Right.
I just specified that. That's what I told him at 5.
Perfect.
I don't know how smart your kid is, but my kid was very smart at 5. So he absorbed it. He did think that my insides looked silly. Looked like cattle,
I like that, though. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. See, nothing to be ashamed of or feel bad about. My number, 1-800-375-2872. Tom, welcome to the program.
Hey, Dr. Laura, longtime listener, and I love you very much. Thank you for your wisdom.
Thank you. What's up?
Well, I'm 63. My wife's 62. Married together 28 years. 2 adult children, and I want to know if when I file for divorce, should I have my wife and my kids there at once? Two daughters in their late 20s.
Why do they need to all be there to get the message from you all at one time?
That's what I was curious. If
no, I want to know your thinking.
If I tell my wife,
well, this is personal. You're divorcing her, not them. So this is between you and your wife, and then the kids are informed later. So you're divorcing her. Does she have any notion that you're this unhappy?
Oh yeah, we're married, single essentially, and no romance for the last 5 years. I filed for a divorce after about 10 years. I probably knew it was a bad marriage at 3 years, but she begged me to stay together for the kids, and so I did that.
Well, that was the right thing to do for the kids.
Yeah, in our arguing, sometimes I think I've heard you say before, if it's damaging the kids because of emotional abuse or physical abuse, then maybe it's not the best thing. And I think backtracking, it wasn't the best thing because there was a lot of arguing, and I know even though
if you had called me,
some of it,
if you had called me during that time, I would have told you to shut your mouth and stop arguing. That if she brought up something or said something that offended or angered you, that there would be another way to handle that rather than argue back. So that was in your control, and that's what you and I would have dealt with at that time. But it is exactly the correct thing to do as a grown man and a parent to stifle yourself and create the best environment so the kids aren't destroyed by going back and forth with you and the ex-wife getting new people and new kids. That's a lot worse than being with parents who don't seem to get along, although we probably could have dealt with that.
I agree with you. I think the fact that it was to the point where we couldn't talk about anything that mattered in the relationship or with the kids without.
Well, nothing mattered in the relationship anymore. But what mattered was the family. And if I had gotten my fingers into both of you, could have reoriented you. The marriage is gone, but you can be friends as you once were and create an environment that nourishes the children. I would hope that both of you are unselfish enough to do that.
Well, honestly, I don't think she is.
Well, I can't go backwards in time, but you tell your wife you're getting a divorce, and then you tell then the two of you can tell the kids at some other time. But she's going to have to deal with this with you first.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she doesn't want a divorce because she promised God she wasn't going to get divorced, and that's about all she cares about me in the relationship, I think. So
well, that I don't know, but to show her respect, you do it privately.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. My number, 1-800-375-2872. Brand new hats, towels. I took a picture of one of the towels. Huge towel. I am loved by SiriusXM's Dr. Laura. You got to get one of those. It's summer. So brand new hats, towels, and stickers are now available for summer at drlaura.com. Click on the merch. Let's see. I have to shift that. Yeah. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Dr. Laura. Put a like on the videos, leave a comment, and be sure to hit that notification bell for when we drop new content throughout the week. And thank you to the lady who stood up for me when another woman said, "Oh my God, she's aging so much." Now, go do the right thing. Download the Dr. Laura Call of the Day and Dr. Laura's Deep Dive podcasts on my website, drlaura.com, the SiriusXM app, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi there, I'm Stacy, Dr. Laura's content guide.
Have you ever had a problem and wondered, what would Dr. Laura say?
Well, I've been having some marriage problems lately.
I'm no longer speaking to my family because they were mean to my wife.
My husband says he doesn't feel a spark between us anymore, but I just don't know what to do.
Struggling as a stay-at-home mom, dealing with a divorce, managing mother-in-law issues, just tell Stacy and she'll recommend calls of the day, deep dive podcasts, and even YouTube videos.
I'm seeing a strong theme in Dr. Laura's resources about dealing with family members who are disrespectful or unwelcoming towards a spouse. Which of those topics stand out to you?
Really, I can't wait to hear how Stacy helps you. It's a brave new world. Join me on this journey, and let's make a difference together.